Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Ken's Show and Tell. Let me show you what we're getting ready to do on this 1972 Mercedes Benz 280 SE 4.5. I want to change, I want to pull out, perhaps change or clean this intake fuel filter. But in order to do so, I need to drain the tank. And so there's the fuel pump disconnected, main hose disconnected and clamped off, and here's how I'm going to be collecting the fuel. I think I've got less than 10 gallons in the tank, so maybe this will go smoothly. The fuel look clean. I've got a full 5 gallons over there and a partial right here. Looks like it's coming up about at this level. Now I've disconnected the fuel pump because I want to replace the fuel pump because it was making a whining noise I had never heard before. And along with that symptom, I discovered that this tank was not venting properly. It was just creating a huge vacuum, and then once you drove about 10 miles or so, it started acting like it was starved for fuel. And I discovered it by just opening up the gas cap up here not too long ago, and it just big rush of air came in, and then the car started running better. Well, in order to get that fuel pump out, I had to take out the filter as well. And there it is, laying right here. And because of I couldn't get the nozzle off, I'll show you in a minute. So I've got this pinched off. It's just dripping fuel out of here. Let's see about taking this off. The new one's on the left and the old one's on the right. Here's the old one. It says benzene. This is feels like brass. This is a brown plastic, and of course the screen. And I don't know if you can see through the screen here. Let's just turn this light up and see if we can do that. I can see right through it. It's definitely not clogged with stuff. Alright. Here's the new one. Feels like this is made in Germany at Stuttgart. It's got the Mercedes Benz emblem on it. The box says so here too. Now, this feels like plastic, and that is clear too. Well, I'm gonna put this new one in that I bought. And I'll probably clean this up and put it away as a spare. At it better in the light of day. The other issue is the fuel pump. This is an original Mercedes Benz fuel pump. It's by Bosch, but it says here Germany on the back, right there. I got it upside down, but it says Germany. And so I'm going to take this apart and look at it. This is Bosch. This is supposed to be a replacement fuel pump, but this one is made in Czechoslovakia, or the Czech Republic, which is nothing inherently wrong with that. The electrical connection is in a different spot. which I can deal with. See how close they are? But the fuel outlet's on the back here. And this one's on the side, as you can see. So I'll have to look at this one. I'm going to put this new one on, and I'm going to fiddle with this old one later on, take it apart and look at it. And if it should run. I mean, it's making a funny noise. That's why I want to replace it. Let's just set these old ones aside and we'll deal with them later. Here are the new ones. We'll go ahead and put this back in the car. New intake strainer or filter in place. And then on the back of this fuel tank is an old sticker. I think this tank has been replaced at some point because it looks very clean inside, which is good, and the strainer was clean too. I can see it's original. It says genuine quality, or does that say Qualitat? But it has Mercedes on there. Can you see it? Let me back off, maybe you'll see a little better. Well, here's the aftermarket Bosch, made in Republic of Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic, fuel pump installed. Here's my fuel filter. I put a new hose here, a new hose back here, and you can see the difference. In the old fuel pump, you were wired from the front, and this one you're wired from the back. It would reach, but I didn't want to add any extended wire to this thing. So what I did was, it's out at the end here, but it's good and solid. And this new pump is not as fat as the old pump, so I had to put make a rubber gasket to go in here to hold that thing good and tight. So the tank is empty. The new intake filter is in, and my next task is to go down here and look at these vent trumpets or the first valves. Thing I'm going to do is remove these hoses right here, and then I'll see what we have. It looks like there's a bolt here and a bolt up here, and the thing dismounts, and then we'll be able to look at it more carefully and closely. It came out from there. It goes like this, and here's the little valves, the ventilation valves, and it has some sort of material here. It looks like a filter material. It's just falling apart. Let's go over here and look at it. Go here in the sunshine. Oh yeah, see that stuff in there? I'm going to replace the little short hoses too on it, and I'll blow back up through there and make sure that the vacuum's still good. At least it's still patent or open. Let's go in here and look at it. See, look how friable this stuff. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Well, no wonder it was clogged up. Such as breaking off inside there. I don't really know. Huh. Well, let's just see. Probably some. Wow, looks like it's just old foam rubber. Okay. Huh. Well, I don't know if this is meant to be taken apart. See, if I blow in it on this end, there's nothing. And if I blow it on this end, so it's coming through here. Interesting. All right, I have to look at it more closely and see what I can come up with here. Goes here, comes around like so. This is it. I'm chasing it up to the front of the car. This is it. This is it. This is it right here. See it moving up in there. This is it right here. See it moving? And then it comes up to the front here. And there it is. There, it looks like it goes in. I have to lower the car to see exactly where it goes in, but I can see up there. Okay. And I also noticed that this one has a hole burned in it right here. I can feel it. There it is right here. You can't see it, but it's right up in there. Huh. I wonder if that whole thing can be replaced. Yeah, it probably can. I just have to get the right size tube. But running it up there is going to be interesting if I decide to do that. But there it is. You hear it? See, there's a one-way valve. Interesting. All right. Now I said, because this piece right here fits like so. This piece where the filter was fits like so, and there's a little gap there for air to get in to allow it to be pulled into the engine. So that's why there's a little piece of there was a little piece of filter. I started to use foam rubber, but I found some old pajama bottoms, and you can breathe through these. It's nice and pliable, and I think I can I cut it to size. I think I can just kind of stuff it there. I think that's it. It's fit inside there very well. Still blows well. Okay, well, I'm going to put this back on the car. Obviously, we're back at the rear of the car. Here's the hose coming out of the expansion tank located in the trunk on the passenger side. And of course, this car doesn't have any outside ventilation back here because it was made in the latter part of '72. So this line is traced here, and it comes out here. This is it, and it goes into this valve system that we've disassembled and cleaned. And what I'm going to do is blow compressed air into this line, because this is the line that goes all the way up to the front of the car into the timing chain compartment to be sucked into the combustion chamber of the engine in order to be burned. And I think I found some broken parts down there in this pipe, so I'm going to blow some compressed air in here and see what I can find. I blew air into this pipe here, and it didn't want to blow out. And following this up to the car front end, here's the line right here, and it goes up at the top of that there line. It's either smashed or open, so I'm going to cut it from the good end down here, and I traced it up to where it looks like it might be crushed up above. I'm going to cut this line out, and then we'll see what we have. Well, it's nice to make a discovery as to why this line would not blow through. So I felt this area up here and here, and then I cut out the piece, and it's actually melted together on the inside, because it's melted inside there, you can see. So it won't blow out, won't move this way, and nor will it move this way because it's melted right here. So here's a new piece of hose I had, and here's the piece I'm replacing. Fits in there perfectly, and I'm just going to slide it in to the old hose and clamp it, and it should be fine. You can really see how that thing has melted. Before I install it, I decided to blow air through this hose, and from here all the way over here to where I cut, which is right up there. See, here's the cut end right here. It blew out, so it's open, but look at the oil and stuff that blew out of there. That's been sucked in from the engine. And so I think what I'm going to do before I install it is, see that banjo bolt right there going into the crankcase? I'm going to undo that, because that's where that line's coming into the crankcase, and see about blowing that out and make sure that's not all gunked up, because who knows how long it's been stopped up. All right, I removed the banjo bolt and blew out the banjo bolt, and it didn't look bad. That doesn't look gunked, it just looks oily. But what I'm going to try to do is set up the camera and blow compressed air from the broken end that I haven't repaired yet, and see what blows out this side. I put maybe probably 1 gallon in the tank. So let's just kind of energize the fuel pump here. Okay, you can see the fuel gauge needle go up just a little bit. My reserve tank light is working good. Let's let it energize just a little bit here, and then what we'll do, we'll raise the car up, see if there's any leaks, and then we'll put the rest of put some more fuel in the tank, and then we'll try to start the car. No leak here. Well, I put in the new in-tank filter or screen. It's not leaking here or here or here or here, which is lovely. Not back here. All right, this is cold, which means it probably has fuel sitting in it. This too, because I did turn on the ignition, and it does energize and pump and build up pressure for probably 30 seconds, and then it shuts itself off because I have it still connected to the ECU. So let's lower the car and put the rest of the fuel in, which amounts to about 5 gallons, and see where we are. Well, I put the rest of the fuel in that I had, that I took out of it, and let's just go ahead and energize this thing again. Okay, reserve tank light is not lit. Energize that pump and the fuel system for a little bit. Then we'll raise it up and check again for leaks. All right, I've got the system energized. Let's just see what we have. No leaks here. Tank infilter tank looks good. As far as leaks go, nothing wet here or up here. Nice and cold. It's got fuel in it. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll start it, and then we'll raise it up and double check it again. Let's see if she'll start. All right. It's running. That's great. And fuel cap's in place. beep here. Oh yeah. No leaks. No trips, no runs. Alright. Well, it's idling nice and smoothly. Sounds very nice. We're still listening to the exhaust. Very nice. Yeah. So you don't hear any skipping, no smoke. I'm very pleased. Let's just check the exhaust cap, see if we've got any vacuum building up here. I don't know if it's been on long enough to really see, but let's just check it out. Nope. All right. Okay. Well, that brings to a close another episode of Ken's Show and Tell, and thank you very much for watching.